Hello everyone, and welcome back to Master Detective Raincoat. No archives, just flows better with that one. Brought us back to the main menu just because of the way we saved last time. Didn't want to miss anything by loading in. How bad of a loading screen? There's an urban legend about a locked door in the restroom on the express train. Knock on the door in a specific rhythm and a phantom in a black cape will appear to kill any person one desires. That must be who the true killer is. Anyways, welcome to the Mystery Labyrinth. I like his flowing cape.
Where am I?
Pretty much all of my favorite songs, I know I raved about the music last time, but pretty much all my favorite songs are within the various labyrinths.
Powers?
Like, I like this
is what
song.
you obtained in exchange for your
It's a
memories,
vibe.
Master.
Actually, really quick, do I... Okay, I don't have access to most of the menu right now. How do I... Yeah, there we go.
You did this, Shinigami? Is this why I made a pact with you? I don't understand any of this. Where are we?
Simply put, it's an alternate universe.
Basically another plane of
It's got that
existence.
kind of vibe, right?
An alternate universe.
Like a little pocket
You
dimension.
don't sound surprised. Come on, it's awesome.
Can confirm.
You probably think it's cliched, huh? Well, this isn't any old alternate universe. Check this out. Ta-da! This is the Mystery Labyrinth. It's a maze that materializes mysteries from the real world.
Materializes mysteries?
That's a very important distinction.
Unsolved mysteries become lost to time, right? Well, here, they actually take shape as a mystery labyrinth.
The mystery wants to be solved.
This maze is the materialized form of the unsolved murders that took place on the Amaterasu Express.
This maze is the mystery?
Yeah.
I have the power to interact with this mystery labyrinth. That's why we were able to come here in the first place. Anyway, Master, we're gonna beat the Amaterasu Express
Hell yeah.
Massacre Mystery Labyrinth.
What happens when we beat it?
Will we solve the mystery?
In every case, there's a hidden truth, and we have to find the truth deep inside this mystery labyrinth. So, if we beat this mystery labyrinth, the truth of that case will be revealed. Naturally, so will the true identity of the killer. Now,
There's more
let's
to it than
solve
that,
this
of
thing.
course, but that's the gist.
We'll discover the killer's identity too?
You couldn't solve it in reality, so we're solving it in this alternate universe. They're two sides of the same coin. But whether or not you discover the truth depends on the person entering the labyrinth. The more complex the mystery is in the real world, the more complex the maze will be too.
A lot of mini-games and
Killers in
QTEs.
real-world cases throw whatever obstacles they can at investigators, right? Those are also materialized into the maze, so this is gonna be a tough battle.
So, you're saying there are traps in there?
Although I will say, I found the
Yeah.
mini-games in this one
Looks
a
like you're
lot more
finally getting
intuitive
it.
than
Now that I've explained it all, let's head into the
the
dungeon.
Danganronpa games. Each one was
Hold
better
on.
than the last.
I don't understand
In
any
terms
of
of
this.
mini-games being good. The first
Seriously, you don't
Danganronpa
get
had
it?
some whack mini-games.
A Mystery Labyrinth is a maze based on a real mystery. This one is formed from the murder on the Amaterasu Express.
Yep, you're right so far.
So, if there's always a hidden truth inside a Mystery Labyrinth, if we keep going, the Amaterasu Express case will be solved?
Yup, you totally get it.
What? I don't get anything! This makes
Just
no
go
logical
with it, dude.
sense.
You've got a god of death with you.
Sheesh, this is why you're a benchwarmer detective. You're in an alternate universe and hung up on details.
Of course I am!
To be fair, detectives love
Okay.
details.
I'll explain more about how it works as we explore the Mystery Labyrinth. If you have any more questions along the way, stare at my boobs for 8 seconds. That'll make all your worries disappear.
See, she's fun.
No, it won't!
No,
Please,
Yuma?
explain everything now!
Stare at the boobs. 8 seconds, you heard her.
Relax. I'll tell you in due time. Come on, let's go. Time to unriddle this Mystery Labyrinth.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I forgot to mention the important keys. Whoopsie.
Keys? You mean for opening doors in the dungeon?
Another tradition.
Yeah, something like that, but keys in the Mystery Labyrinth are used to break through mysteries. They're called solution keys, and they're essential to clear the
Instead
Mystery
of bullets
Labyrinth.
from the Danganronpa games, it's keys
So,
this time.
where
Which
do I
makes
find
a little
them?
bit more sense.
Solution keys are materialized clues for a case. Normally, you'd get them during the investigation. You kinda had to rush through the investigation this time around, so let's briefly review the case.
Well, tradition
For
will happen in
starters,
a bit.
try to recall
First, we got a
all that
recap. It's
happened on
good,
board the
because it's been like
Amaterasu
a week
Express.
since I recorded.
The Amaterasu Express? The Amaterasu Express is the only method of transportation in
joystick.
Kanai Ward. It's an automated, unmanned train with 5 cars. Its doors won't open while in motion, and windows are fixed in place. There were no stops before our destination, so the train kept moving until it
Goodbye.
arrived at the station. A monitor in the backup control room displays the operation log, and there was no record of the train stopping.
There it is.
Here's your solution key.
Map, the route map. Operation log.
So this is a solution key. But why did it come out of your mouth?
What do you mean? So I don't have to use my hands. I worked really hard developing this method.
You put thought into this?
Don't ask questions, Yuma.
So that's how words and events you think are clues get transformed into solution keys. Let's keep reviewing what
Most
happened in
of
this
them
case.
get used. I don't think there's
Alright,
many
I'll
red
do my
herrings. You
best.
tend to get those during, like, the reasoning death matches.
The incident occurred
Don't worry about
inside
those
the
yet.
Amaterasu Express while it was still moving. Including myself, there were 6 master detectives on board. Aphex and Poochie's abilities confirmed there were no other passengers on the train.
Another vibe.
And who died first again?
It was Zilch in the first car's infirmary. I noticed smoke pouring through the crack of the door, and looking through the window, I saw a knife stuck in Zilch's chest. The infirmary was on fire, so smoke quickly filled the whole area. I hurried to open the door, but it wouldn't budge because it was locked.
Does that mean this was a locked room mystery?
Not really. There's a chance the killer had a duplicate key.
That's no fun.
Anyway, I broke the door's window and
Pretty sure we
unlocked
get
the
one of
door
those
from
later.
the inside to enter the infirmary. By then, Zilch's corpse had burnt to a crisp. I wanted to alert the others, so I moved to the second car. But I found Melamie's corpse there. I think she was set on fire with the liquor in the dining car.
Ooh, a flambe! A human flambe.
Wiggle.
That reminds me, something was off about car 2. Right before the train entered the tunnel, there was a strange shaking.
Isn't that from entering the tunnel? It's like air pressure. Wind stuff.
And there was a blackout right after, although it only lasted a moment.
Yeah. What was up with that blackout? Was there one on the other side of the tunnel too?
No, when we exited the tunnel, there was shaking again, but no blackout. there was something else, too. Something that happened when we were in the fourth car.
I wonder if that's a clue.
Out and shaking.
And the next corpse was the little girl in the third car?
Mid in heaven.
It was Poochie, another burnt body, just like the first two cars.
Oh yeah, wasn't there a secret base thing in the third car?
You mean the backup control system? I remember something about that. The control system automatically manages the electricity within the train. When the main control system fails, it will switch to the backup system after 1 second.
You may have amnesia, but you've got a pretty good memory.
He is really good at
Anything
pulling up
else
details.
you can remember?
I did notice that the backup control system was actually operating. And if the backup was on, that means the main system was down, right? What do you think about that?
Well, the train never stopped, so it doesn't change the fact that no one could get in or out, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Next, you found the geezer's corpse in
Hey,
the fourth
you
car,
be
right?
nice to
He was also
Zonge.
covered in burns. Was there anything strange about that corpse?
He didn't have any external wounds, but he was holding the cell phone he uses for his photography ability.
Oh yeah, that useless ability. It's basically no better than a dash cam.
I mean, it's got uses, but it's
Anyway,
a little
forget
rough.
about the geezer for now. Don't want that old man smell haunting my memories. Next and last is the fifth car. Come on, try to remember it.
The body we found in the fifth car was completely charred. It was impossible to tell who it was. But the necklace around the corpse's neck confirmed it was Aphex. We also discovered a stab wound to the chest. Also, judging by things like the plate on the wall, the fifth car appeared to be far more burnt than the other cars.
Maybe the room ended up like that because the victim was on fire and
It's so
running around
hard
trying to put it out.
playing this game for a second time, knowing all the answers, trying not to make an offhand
and the
comment
blood on
and
the
reveal it
interior
all.
lock of the fifth car's infirmary is an important clue, I think.
That's fine.
So
It'll unfold.
I guess that does it for our review of the case.
Wait, there was something else. After the train arrived at the station. According to the Peacekeepers' report, they all burned to death. But that part seems off to me.
Yeah.
And they also mentioned there was a knockout drug mixed into the drinks in the dining car.
I hope this game gets a sequel so I can play it
Yeah,
blind.
I think that's everything of note.
There's the rest of our keys.
What a big catch! This should be enough solution keys to solve it.
But I still don't know how to use them.
Not relevant
Master,
yet.
you worry too much. I'm sure it'll turn out fine. Time to head off in search of the truth. Let's solve this thing.
Will things really turn out fine?
It'll be fine, Yuma. Don't worry a little cocoa head about it. Now these corridors are essentially endless. They just gotta get their talking out, but they let you run around during it.
This is the Mystery Labyrinth. It sure looks creepy. Hey, if we keep going, will we really get to the truth?
Come on, would I lie to you? I told you the deepest part of the labyrinth holds the truth, right? So, let's go. I'm so horny for mysteries right now.
That's
You're-
a mood.
What?
Don't be a prude, Yuma. but it is cool to see the shifting environments as you run.
Hey, did something move just now?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, that's a cue.
Q? Is that a monster living in the Mystery Labyrinth?
They're not exactly monsters. Q are part of the Mystery Labyrinth itself. They're what materialize the mysteries.
I really
Q
like
have
this
no
song
intelligence
too.
or
I actually
autonomy.
have the song on my
All they
phone.
do is manifest the mysteries in the labyrinths. But since you are here to defeat mysteries, they're kinda like obstacles.
So in other words, they're the enemy.
Of course, as a detective seeking the truth, mysteries are your greatest enemy.
Can confirm. That and bureaucracy. Yeah, these guys are endless until it doesn't want it to be anymore.
Hmm?
Look at these little cuties.
What is that?
Look at this big one. It's the greedy guy.
What the? There are monsters here!
That's a mystery phantom.
A mystery phantom?
Like, come
What's
on,
that?
Kuma, you should know that.
I told you that cues make mysteries materialize, right? Well, if there's someone in the real world trying to interfere with the case, that person also materializes. That's a
Look at that
mystery
hip
phantom.
wiggle.
Interfering with the case? Hey, doesn't he kind of look like Swank of the Peacekeepers?
If the Peacekeepers are tied up in this, then maybe this incident has something to do with Amaterasu
I
Corporation.
mean, we kind of guessed that.
You're the culprit.
Lies and slander.
Huh?
This is the most common type of mini game, so to speak.
Since all the other passengers on the train are dead, you're the only one who could have done the crime. So you're the culprit. That's the truth behind this case.
Master, he's trying to frame you to bury the case. If you can't get past this, you can't reach the truth.
I can't
What do
reach
I
the
do?
truth
Should I
because I'm
just run
short.
away?
A detective doesn't run from a mystery. You gotta defeat him.
Defeat him? How?
Master, are you ready to give your life
Oh,
for the
yes,
truth?
okay.
Huh?
Just say, I am.
I am!
Another tradition. When I say tradition, I mean like you get one a chapter basically. It's tradition. Oh, yes. Pull the sword from the death god's mouth. Good times.
What? A sword?
I call it the Solution Blade. It's a sword with special powers to affect things inside the Mystery Labyrinth. Use that to boom kill the Mystery Phantom! Let's do this!
Whoa, slow down! How do I use this?
I'm sure you'll figure it out eventually.
Lol.
Anyway, damage you take here is nothing to sniff at. It's not like an injury in the real world, but still. The more and more your mind realizes you've been hurt here.
So it's
boy.
kind of Matrix logic.
You'll wind up brain dead. It'll be game over, time to start from the beginning again. No one wants that, so you'd better be super careful.
I'm okay with these. Some of them get really hard, like I say. It can be tricky to find the right way it wants you to present things. But it's pretty easy to make it through. Coffee and dining car.
Try this out. You're the culprit behind this case.
Dodge the words.
Murdered 5 bastard detectives. That's the only explanation.
Jump.
Everyone else is dead.
Crouch.
You're the only one who could have done the crime.
Nope. Ooh, there we go.
Slash through this mystery.
Thanks, Sange.
No! There's
Go.
no way I could have done it! I wasn't conscious the whole time because I drank the drugged coffee in the dining car.
It's no use. Your deduction is wrong.
No, I drank the coffee. That's fine.
You
Now
were out the whole
we're
time. Ridiculous.
There we go.
You're the culprit. You knew it was drug. That's how you avoided being knocked out. The other detectives were drugged.
Dodge. Oh yeah, near
You
misses
went
give
around
you
killing 'em all.
some sort of bonus. I don't remember what.
You're busted.
Say the thing.
Took the laced coffee
Get in your dodge.
and
Nice.
only pretended to drink it.
This is the truth!
Ooh, this song, Reason
Zangi's
Deathmatch
photography
Break. I have
footage
this on my
showed me
phone.
drinking the coffee. That proves I wasn't faking anything.
Oh, we only got a quick burst of it, but that's fine. That's like honestly one of my favorite songs in this game. That and the song for the end boss is, oh my god, so goated.
Did I defeat it?
See? No matter how weak you
Tutorial
are,
clear.
things will turn out fine, as long as I'm here.
He tried to frame me as the culprit.
Guess that's what Amaterasu Corp is doing. They want to set you up and call it a day. That's why the Peacekeepers barged in as soon as the train hit the station.
Yup.
They probably planned this.
So they knew what was going to happen. Then the culprit works for Amaterasu?
Or someone hired by them. Either way, the Peacekeepers want to hide who did it.
So the reason Control Headquarters didn't respond to the emergency calls
Probably
was
had a
because of
signal jammer
Amaterasu.
on the train.
Probably. Now that we know what they're aiming for, we're one step closer to the truth. Let's keep this up and unriddle this mystery labyrinth so we can get to the truth.
You're awfully casual about this. My life is at stake here.
Think that matters to her? She is a god of death.
I understand
so
now
I
that
could
the
just
mystery
stand here and wait
labyrinth
for them
is
to
the
finish, but
case's
alright.
mysteries given shape. But what do you do here, Shinigami?
Simply put, I'm the one and only cutie that can directly interact with the mystery labyrinth. The progress you've made in the mystery labyrinth and solving those mysteries here, it's all thanks to me.
How are you able to do this?
I don't know what to tell you. I've always been able to do this, so I forgot how. More importantly, you got drugged and knocked out. You are so pitiful, Master. No wonder you're waddling around like a toddler.
Rude.
I thought I was dizzy because I've got this weird ghost thing haunting me.
Huh? Making a pact with me won't make you dizzy.
Losing my memories
It
might.
just reduces your lifespan by a lot.
Wait, what?
You're kidding, right? right?
That's the Anakin meme.
Anyway, who do you think is the culprit, Master? You have any guesses?
If the drinks were drugged in the dining car, the culprit must have been on the train before anyone else.
That one went underneath my
so
feet.
then all you have to do is ask around and figure out what order everyone got on
Can't,
board.
they're all dead.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You can't, because they're all dead!
You aren't taking this very seriously, are you?
That's Shinigami. Now that they've talked their hearts out, we should be able to make progress. Yep.
This place. Whoa. The path is forked in two. Which way should I go?
This fork in the path is also a materialized mystery, so you should know which way to go if you solve it. First, let's clarify what mystery this is exactly.
Huh? How do you do that?
Like this.
Another tradition.
Huh?
Killing Yuma.
Blood!
Quit overreacting, Master. This is a mystery
Yeah, it's
labyrinth. It's fine. Anyway, take a look. I used the blood of the Truth Seeker as a conduit to expose the mystery blocking the path.
Is that a question?
That's the mystery standing in your way. You just need to pick the right path and head on through.
6 on the train. It must mean the 6 master detectives, including me, right? If I don't think the culprit is among the 6 on the train, then I should take the right path, which says no. But if I think the culprit is one of the 6 on board, I need to take the left path that says yes. Which is it?
Not even considering.
So, you think the culprit is one of the 6 on the train,
With
right?
Doi, we have 2 master detectives confirming it. If it was just 1, maybe not, but 2,
Right here!
that's confirmation.
Okay, let's go.
We'd have gotten spat out or attacked if we were
Can
wrong.
I go through now?
Oh, you got it right? Not bad at all, Master.
Hello again.
Ah! Something happened! Why? Did I make the wrong choice?
Calm down,
Trying
Koichi.
to bury the
It's
truth
fine.
again. Go get him, Master.
He's always a little whiny, but he's at his most panicked and terrified right now. He'll kind of get over a lot of it, some of it, a little bit of it.
Your deduction is wrong.
Don't remember which one it's gonna want here.
Other than the 6 on the train.
But it lets me look at him. Oh, it's gonna be this one. 100%.
You must have had an accomplice.
This is the truth! 2 master detectives used their abilities to prove that only 6 people were on the train. If it was only one person, they could have been lying or an imposter.
Yeah.
But 2 of them means there can be no mistake.
Wrong! Your reasoning is completely off!
Says who? You, I assume.
What good does that testimony even do?
Burned it. Ah. It's gonna be this one.
Your accomplice just wasn't there when those two checked. But came aboard after that. So what if the windows don't open? While everyone was knocked out, you secretly stopped the train and let your partner board.
No.
I'll slash through this mystery. Backup control room's operation log showed that the train never stopped. And the doors won't open unless the train stops. So it's impossible for someone to have gotten on during the trip.
Damn.
I'm giving us snippets right now, that's fine. We'll hear more later.
Looks like you're getting the hang of this, Master. You've learned to ruthlessly cut down any who stand in your way.
You know it.
You make it sound like I'm the bad guy here.
You're a noble samurai.
Hey, I was wondering, if the Mystery Labyrinth is trying to block people from seeking the truth, wouldn't it reject my answers, even if they're right? Or maybe the questions themselves could be lies.
No chance. A Mystery Labyrinth has no self-will. It can't lie or create things not based on the real-world mystery. This place is a direct manifestation of a mystery. You can always progress as long as you keep solving it. In that sense, the labyrinth is fair. It won't cheat you.
Good.
I see. That's a relief.
By the way, about the culprit being one of the 6 of you, how could the culprit commit the crime when all the other passengers besides you were dead?
Well, one of them has to have not been dead. Obviously. Because if it's one of the 6 of us, and it's not me, I mean, we're assuming it's not me, and it's one of the 5 of them, then they're not dead. Easy.
Another fork in the road.
This is how we reach the truth. It reflects how problems are really solved, doesn't it?
Well, I don't know if I've ever actually solved a mystery on my own. I don't remember it all.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, his
You just need to
existence
solve
is
the
like
mystery in front of us.
5 hours long, if that. Especially because he was knocked out for most of it. Room is dead, so how did the culprit pull it off? Samurai truly is going to help you out. Just leave all the heavy lifting to your lovely Mystery Labyrinth guide.
Yeah.
Really, that'd be a big help. Well, obviously.
Come on.
Oh.
Huh?
It wants us to do a wrong answer.
Oh, I got it.
No?
Master, leave this to me.
Ah, there. I was waiting for the chain to be addressed.
The culprit just played dead. Because if they did commit suicide after the crime, they'd be dead right now. And that's no fun at all.
The fact that she's leaving
That's
here
your reasoning?
is probably
Wait,
not the right
what's
way.
this chain?
Oop.
I told you we share mind and body. The chain is proof of that. Our relationship can never be broken apart.
That's terrible!
Lol.
Please, you should consider yourself lucky.
Right?
You're being haunted by a cutie like me.
And she's fun with death. Multiple pluses.
I'm so tired. I pulled you up here, so you can walk the rest of the way yourself.
Okay.
I didn't ask you to do that. So you think this path will lead toward the truth, right?
No idea. This is a labyrinth. It's pretty common to encounter dead ends.
Whoa, watch out!
You see?
Yeah.
What did I tell you?
So they didn't
Dead
play
end.
dead.
Don't sound so proud of yourself. You chose this path, Shinigami.
If it's a dead end, maybe the culprit wasn't just playing dead.
I searched all 5 bodies, and they were, without a doubt, dead.
Oh, so the answer isn't play dead. Let's turn back.
You changed your mind already?
Exploring all possibilities is an important
true.
part of beating a mystery
When in doubt,
labyrinth.
just try one. See where it leads you.
So awesome.
Chain didn't activate.
By the way, I did say I can guide you through the mystery labyrinth. But I'm not that good at solving mysteries.
You could have said that a little earlier.
Nah, it's
I just
fine.
want to help. I like when you rely on me, Master.
Anyway, what's going on in the real world while we're in the mystery labyrinth?
Time has stopped on the other side. We're sort of set apart from the normal flow of time while we're here. In other words, you're still surrounded by Peacekeepers.
So if we return without solving the mystery, we'll just be captured.
As a result, this murder case will remain unsolved and linger in people's memories as a serious crime. Naturally, this mystery labyrinth will also survive. And that creates an even bigger problem.
Which is?
Leaving a case unsolved means that it will go down in history that way. The more bizarre a mystery is, the more it attracts people's interest. And the more people rack their brains about that mystery, the bigger the mystery labyrinth gets. Eventually, the mystery labyrinth would gain enough power to start affecting the real world. It would implant insidious ideas into people's minds, creating more murderers and, in turn, new mystery labyrinths.
Just don't mess up.
Labyrinths can create endless cycles. That's why it's best to cut it off as soon as possible.
It sounds way more daunting than I thought.
We're finally back. The other route is commit suicide after the crime. There's no other option, so it has to be the right answer.
Right? They must have cyanide pilled and doused themselves in flames. Let's go.
Careful. But to commit suicide after the crime would mean... After killing the other 4, the culprit killed themselves, right? Is that really the right answer?
The mystery labyrinth's routes represent logical deduction. If there's only one route, then it's the only possibility.
Pink splattered area.
I think the only option left is the culprit off themselves. We just need to find that suicidal pest.
What's going on here?
This is part of the mystery materializing. You just need to solve it.
Bonk.
Come on, Master! Concentrate! Come on, concentrate, concentrate!
QTEs. Who was the last person to die during this incident?
This way!
It was not Shinigami or Yuma.
If the culprit committed suicide after the crime, then the last person that died should be the culprit.
Right, because they wouldn't be able to kill someone else if they off themselves already. Nice work!
Ask Nagito how that works.
Come on, let's try again!
Who set fire to the dead culprit? Culprit.
Towards the end. course! The person who started the fires must be the culprit.
Well, Vi burned to death, so the culprit who died last totally burned himself. Come on, let's try again!
Last person to be burned to death. Let's see the Zilch or Apex. I'm not sure. Counting it, but we saw Zilch. Yeah.
He burned the other four, then set themselves on fire. His Zilch!
Bingo! You did it, Master! But you know, setting aside the idea that the culprit was the last to die, why would it be Detective Four Eyes? Didn't we discover his body first?
Fresh fire.
According to the Peacekeepers, the victims all burned to death, right? But when we first found Zilch in Car 1, he wasn't burnt yet. If that's the case, that means he must have burned to death after that. Although, everyone else we found after him had already died from burns.
Alright. So if they all burned to death, then the last one who died could be Detective Four Eyes.
I think the culprit killed everyone in the opposite order of how we found their corpses. Starting from Car 5, he killed them in order one by one, then set himself on fire in Car 1.
So Detective Four Eyes is without a doubt the culprit, but he committed suicide, huh?
The door! Whoa! It worked?
See, I told you it would be fine. I'm such a terrific guide.
You know it, baby.
Yeah. Is that the end of it?
I guess that's everything. Seems easier than I thought. What's wrong, Master?
I'm wondering if that's really all that happened. Something about this seems off.
It does? You think so?
Ah! What's going on? The conclusion? Is this the truth behind the case?
There's only one door. No other options. Maybe this really is the end. Kind of a simple conclusion despite 5 people dying. Well, I hope this was a helpful tutorial for you, Master.
Wait. Mystery Labyrinths contain all the mysteries of the real-world case, including things like misdirection, right? Which means this could be an attempt by the culprit to mislead us.
So, you don't think this is the truth? What makes you say that?
I'm not sure, but I have a feeling the case isn't closed yet.
If so, then this door could be a fake.
How can we tell?
If you think it's fake, why not try breaking it? It'll be bad news if you're wrong, though. And I won't tell you exactly what will happen.
I imagine we'll
I
probably
don't
be
want to
stuck
affect
here.
your judgment.
You've already affected my judgment. I guess the only way to find out is to destroy it. How do I do that?
Yeah, nah.
So it was fake! It was the culprit trying to throw us off the trail!
You didn't think it'd be that easy, did you?
You should've just quit while you were ahead.
It's rare for a fake exit to appear. This mystery labyrinth is way tougher than I thought. Master, don't let your guard down.
Good thing he did.
Make sure you drop your money before you drop dead. I promise I'll show mercy to your wallet.
think I know what it's gonna be. Yeah.
The culprit must be Zilch! Reason is obvious.
Hey, we can slash these pink ones.
Zilch is the only one who could have done the crime.
Refuting that one.
He burned the 4 passed out victims, then set himself on fire, and died from immolation.
This is the truth.
No. Now that I think about it, Zilch's suicide by fire doesn't make sense. Because when I saw Zilch through the window, there was a knife in his chest. If he burned himself, then why would there be a knife stuck there?
You little brat. Fine, I'll answer you. I was a knife stuck in the body.
Long. Drug coffin. Not sure which one is. Oh, no, can I just. Fine, I'll keep the one equipped. I'm not sure which one's gonna want here.
Of course I know why. Yeah, it was to knock himself out.
Oh, no.
Slash through this mystery.
They have further arguments if you, like, don't slash the right one in time, so it'll just do a full loop.
His plan was to fall unconscious. He would have used the drugged coffee in the dining car. That's a much
Yeah, why
easier
would
way
you
to
stab
pass out.
yourself to go unconscious? Well, he'll hear a full loop of that one eventually. Once things get more complex.
I see. So they're trying to mislead you about the cause of death for Detective Four Eyes.
Right. The Peacekeepers said all the detectives burned to death. But Zilch's corpse in the first car is different. To me, it looked more like he was stabbed
and then
to death.
set on fire.
So the Peacekeepers' report was a lie? But they had no reason to do that. If they wanted to set you up as the culprit, they'd be raising questions by fabricating reports.
Yeah, you're right. They all must have died by fire, after all. And for some reason, only Zilch appeared to have been stabbed to death. I get it. So that's what was bothering me. But no matter how hard I think about it, I can't seem to figure out what happened next.
Huh? Why's that?
I don't have enough clues about Zilch in the first car. I should have investigated it more after discovering the body, but I was too preoccupied with calling for
really
help.
handy here.
So we're stuck right here. I don't see any other routes to break through this mystery. I don't even know what mystery we gotta solve right now. But I do know there can't be a labyrinth without a goal. The truth is always behind a mystery. You wish you had investigated more, right? So, you think you'd have the answer if you'd done that?
Huh? Yeah, maybe.
Oh, fine. My secret weapon is so draining, I try to avoid using it as much as possible. But
Super
I
useful,
just
though.
love it when you rely on me, Master.
I have a bad feeling about this. What are you trying to do?
This is all for you, Master. Ready, Master?
A recreation of the scene.
Ow.
It's a pocket dimension within a pocket dimension.
What's going on?
I'm extracting your memory and materializing it inside the Mystery Labyrinth. This is my super cute special weapon. See, if you investigate here, you might make some new discoveries.
Oh, the shock from all this is making my head spin.
You don't have any time to waste, Master. This was pumped out of that slow brain of yours, so don't assume it'll stick around for long. You have until the pain in your head clears up. Now hurry and investigate.
Literally.
Got it. I'll hurry.
Let's take a look here first off.
This blanket is mostly burned, but some parts near the knife are unscathed. It doesn't look like there's blood on the blanket at all. But how could that be? Oh, so I can get solution keys here too.
You may have seen it, but forgotten. That just means you didn't think anything of it at the time. But it is in your memories, so you can use it as a clue.
You can do that? You're incredible, Shinigami.
Go on, keep complimenting me.
No, I have no time. Look at cushion.
Huh? This cushion, was it always there? Also, it looks like it has a hole in the middle of it.
Lewd.
It was made by something sharp. What did this?
A pervert. I think I could have also looked at the fire extinguisher, but it wouldn't have had anything important. Those were the two important bits.
Oh, it's fading. I guess the pain is starting to go away too.
Looks like time's up. Well, did you find anything?
Yeah, I think I see the contradiction here. Although I'm not completely sold on it.
Come on, this is where you're supposed to declare, I've solved the mystery. Well, if you think you're on the right track, then I guess we should do this next.
Do what?
It's for when you're stuck in your deductions.
Oh.
Remember what I said earlier? Every
I think I
labyrinth
remember what
has a
minigame's coming
goal.
up.
So even when you're stuck, there's always a way out. And we're gonna find it by working together.
Working together?
Lay it all out, Master!
No. I think I like the music from this one. Ah, it's not bad.
Are you ready to play this?
Detective Zilch's death was actually a... I'll have to take one of these right. Right?
Twirling, twirling, twirling.
Oh, no, okay.
Go,
Yeah, the controls always take me a moment.
go, go, go.
Red herring.
Nice.
It's a different pose each time. But, oh look, she's in a bathing suit. Same bathing suit each time. She doesn't get the clothing shop very often, okay? Her chest. I want it.
That's right. When I saw Zilch through the window, it appeared as if the knife was stuck in his chest. But in actuality, he stabbed the blanket-wrapped cushion to make it look like he had been stabbed. That's why the blanket didn't have blood on it, even though the cushion was stabbed through. Zilch's death was a red herring. It was meant to mislead us.
Yup. Gimme. Gimme gold.
It's a new solution key.
If it was a red herring, that means he wasn't really dead.
Yeah, Zilch was faking his death to fool us. That knife was just to trick me into thinking he was dead when I looked through the window.
Yup.
But the Peacekeepers report saying they all burned to death created a contradiction.
So the culprit was just plain dead. It's exactly what I said.
Yup. That's why I
In
genuinely
a
did think it was the
roundabout
other
way,
door.
yes.
Which means that dead end in the abyss could have a new path now. Let's hurry back.
Just wanted us to go through the fakery first. Well, like I said, for this first prologue chapter, I will be doing the entire mystery dungeon in the one episode, but going forward, I will split it up into multiple chunks. 'Cause some of them can be pretty long.
What's wrong?
It's too much of a hassle to go all the way back there. I don't want to walk anymore.
Some guy you are. Besides, you're not even walking.
Yeah, you float.
I despise effort and hard work. I want to head back the easy way. Oh, I know! I have a convenient transportation method, thanks to my awesomeness. It lets us go anywhere you've been before. Now is the perfect time to use it.
Can confirm. Oh. She makes you pick a different one each time. Are we gonna zoom or evac? Let's do zoom. It'll be different RPG callbacks.
See?
I
Super
think that
easy.
one's a Dragon Quest one, but I'm not certain.
Yeah, sure.
But unfortunately, using it does drain a little bit.
Drain a little bit of what? Do you have MP or something?
Your lifespan.
My lifespan? Again?
So we passed through how did the culprit pull it off junction and have taken the played dead turn again. Now that we have a new solution key, I'm sure we can solve this mystery and access what's ahead.
Let's give it a try.
Let me in! Let me in! Thank you.
Zilch was trying to trick us into thinking he'd killed himself.
Mad YouTube. It was a red herring, don't worry.
A bridge!
See, didn't I say the path would appear? It's all because we found the right deductive clue to break through. I'm so amazing.
Give her
You
pats.
can pat me on the head if you want, Master.
At least one. She's earned it.
Maybe later.
Ha! He's not opposed to head pats.
We opened the played dead route thanks to the corpse red herring solution key. So Zilch really faked his death to mislead us.
If so, he is absolutely the culprit. Now, we just need to prove it.
Cows. Hi, cows.
But even if the Mystery Labyrinth is fair when it comes to solving mysteries, the real world will be different, right? What if Amaterasu Corp decides to protect the culprit, even if we prove who really did it?
Oh, you're worried they'll just cover it up? No need to worry about that.
Huh? Why's that?
Let's save the fun for later.
Yeah.
The ground! It's falling apart!
You better run, Master!
Yeah, it's like, why are you walking?
Why? Wasn't this the right route?
Maybe the logic still has some holes in it.
Ah!
Master, you better concentrate!
So you choked me out. Which apparently helped. Is what you saw through the window actually zilch? Oh, I used the joystick, but I don't think it liked that. The answer was not yes? Yeah, I just didn't like that I used the joystick. Okay. Well, there goes my perfect for the first for the prologue chapter. Damn.
When I saw Zilch through the window, he was faking his death with a knife through the cushion. That was definitely the real Zilch.
Were corpse in car 1 actually Zilch? No.
The corpse I investigated was real, it just wasn't Zilch's corpse. In other words, Zilch swapped himself out for a real corpse.
After you entered. Which... Oh, whoops, nope, before. After we saw him, before we entered. Now the real question is, why go to all that work? Why not just kill Yuma too?
The corpse was switched right before I broke the infirmary window to open the lock. The blazing fire had filled the room with smoke, so I couldn't make anything out through the window. Zilch used that smoke as cover to switch himself with a dead body.
I get it. The fire wasn't only there to show he died from burning. It was
Sometimes
also a smoke
they can be a
screen to swap out the
little
corpse.
convoluted for the sake of convolution,
Right.
but I mean,
In
hey,
the smoke, he
it's the fun of
switched
the
places
thing.
with a corpse he had hit.
Into a TV. Suddenly it's Persona 4.
Next up, you need to deduce where the corpse was hidden.
Because the room was filled with smoke, he needed to put the body somewhere he could access immediately.
Where are you thinking?
If he needed to get to the body as quickly as possible,
Yeah.
only one place makes sense.
Clearly it's gonna be in this, like, cupboard here. No, I'm kidding.
Here,
Under the bed.
that's it! The burnt corpse was hidden right there.
Hello.
Hey!
Oh my god, I'm floating. Are they retrieving me? Appreciate that.
Jeez, one after another. This is really bad for my heart.
Oh, you're young. You'll be fine.
We're not done yet. Hurry, let's speed it up.
Shinigami, you might be fine because you're floating around, but this is really tough for me.
I can't believe it. He had the corpse hidden under the blanket? So, that four-eyed detective was sleeping next to a dead body. I'm so jealous!
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
Why? It's fun. She's a corpse lover. Oh, hello.
Zilch was lying in bed with the corpse. He got up once the smoke screen was ready. He took the corpse out from under the blanket, pulled the knife out of the cushion, and stabbed it.
Well, I thought it was under the bed,
That way,
but
even after
I
he
guess
switched
in
with the
same
corpse,
blanket, yeah, fair
he could
enough.
just hide to avoid me.
Where did Detective Four Eyes hide after that?
It must have been someplace with easy access, which must mean... under the bed. He could have quickly hid there.
Which means if you checked under the bed at the time, you would have caught that four-eyed idiot.
Yup.
But back then, I was in such a hurry to warn the other master detectives.
That's fine. We are not a
I'm
combatant.
sure he calculated all that too. He knew I'd panic.
Maybe he was planning to take advantage of you from the very beginning, and that's
Why?
why he let
Just
you live.
kill me too.
Yeah, I think Zilch was the one who peeked into the restroom while I was sleeping there. I was supposed to be sleeping in the infirmary, so he must have planned to move me before committing the crimes. I passed out in the restroom, but that didn't hinder his plans, so he went with it.
Speaking of which, wasn't it Detective Four Eyes who told you to go to the first car?
Yeah, he must have planned to make me witness everything.
I
and
guess they
set me
wanted
up as the
a culprit, so leave one alive.
Ah, I think I'm starting to see the whole picture now. Not bad, Master. Maybe you were a big shot detective before you lost your memories.
My name was Herlock Sholmes.
If I really was a great detective, I would have caught the culprit in the infirmary before any of this happened.
I guess so.
Unfortunately, detectives don't
By the
stop
way,
crimes.
where did he
Detectives
get the
solve
corpse he was
crimes.
hiding in the blanket?
That corpse? Well,
Oh, hello again.
Ah! Again!
I won't let you go any further.
Getting in our way again, huh? If you stand against my ruthless master, he'll chop you up and stir-fry you with veggies for dinner.
I don't know. He doesn't look like he'd be very
I
tasty.
will not!
Like, I feel like he would be very tough and not like tough and chewy, but not from muscle, from just like pure condensed meat and fat. Also, I just feel like as a rotten person, he would have a rotten flavor. Anyways, probably shouldn't delve further
Master,
into that.
I'm lending you a hand from here on out.
Ah.
I'll assist you when you're in a pinch.
Huh? Assist?
It's the rule of the Mystery Labyrinth to assist whoever you're accompanying. Now let's go, Master.
That's what the near dodges build up. Gucci's corpse, Apex's corpse, and Son.
I won't let you pass.
It's that yellow bar.
Enough of your nonsense. You think he swapped with a corpse?
70 special. Oh, yeah.
It'd be impossible to switch like that. Someone who can replace Zilch would need to be the same size as him.
Still
He didn't have a bag.
So now
to
we can
carry
just,
a
like-
corpse.
Just power through things.
It would have been down at the station.
Doesn't last forever.
It'd be impossible to get it on board. There was no corpse to replace anyway.
This is the truth.
There's no need to bring an extra corpse for the swap. He just needed to reuse a dead body on the train. It's Apex's body from the 5th car. He and Zilch are nearly the same height, and both have stab wounds in their chests. So the corpse that was switched was Apex's.
Damn it! How could someone like you hide the truth?
Looks like he's biting his teeth off, or his tongue off.
Truth.
Bye, Sway.
He looks completely obliterated.
Now we don't have to fight anymore.
Even if That's true. Don't let your guard down. Mystery Labyrinth isn't over yet. Stay alert until the very end.
All right.
Wow. Who would have thought that short-tempered idiot would be used for a body swap?
Joystick wiggle.
Thinking back, the reason the corpses in the first and fifth cars were burnt was to switch them out. But the corpse was so badly burned that I couldn't tell it was Aphex. That must be what the necklace was for, so I could identify him.
Well, reusing a corpse is rather environmentally friendly of the culprit, don't you think?
He's an
It
animal
totally
guy.
went green.
Makes sense.
I mean, we gotta recycle everything in our day and age, so you gotta get the most value out of corpses too, you know?
Imagery in the back. Before it slams shut and knocks us all the way down. Pop quiz, hotshot.
Zilch?
Wait, I am not the culprit. I am a victim who was already killed. So, leave me alone!
Nah.
Hey, he ran away! After him, Master!
Yeah.
You said the body in the first car's infirmary wasn't me, but Aphex? But you went to car 5 after car 1 and discovered his corpse there. How was the corpse transported from car 1 to car 5? That'd require moving past you.
That's right, if he slipped past us, when did that happen?
Okay. We have to get to the last car he's on. Ooh, this landscape. Yeah, nice.
Where did he run off to?
Another mystery that needs to be solved.
Moving the body from car 1 to car 5, the culprit did not move through the train.
If he'd gone outside the train instead of through it, he could have passed us.
No, that's impossible.
Yep.
Impossible. 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 Impossible.
I wonder what he thinks about it. Is it possible?
Impossible. 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 Impossible!
Oh no! He's a Kiss guitarist! We're doomed!
Ah! Zilch turned into a mystery phantom!
Get him, Master! Boom kill him until there's only a sorry slab of flesh left!
Can you get your ladders in the middle? I'm not sure. Might have to like leave the switch in sleep mode. Blackout shaking.
If they didn't pass through the train, you think the corpse was brought in from outside? The windows are all locked shut. The door's locked when the train is moving. We know the train never stopped once. If the windows and doors are shut, there's no way to get out while the train is moving. No issues occurred during the train's operation.
This is the truth! No, there was something strange. The blackout and shaking that happened when I was in car 2 and car 4. When the blackout occurred and the shaking started, I'm certain something else happened in the train. Maybe it has something to do with the mystery of the moving corpse.
Don't be stupid! So what if there was a little blackout and some gentle swaying?
Distorted plate, bloodless blanket, back to...
Forget the shaking and the blackout!
I think it's gonna be this one. That might be the first one.
They were nothing but coincidences! The blackout was just a bad contact.
I'll slash through this mystery!
Even.
No, the blackout didn't occur because of a connection failure. It was due to the main control system failing and switching to the backup control system.
Oh, it's... yeah.
Blackout occurred during that 1 second when the system switched over.
Hey! He ran away! A fleeing phantom is a bad phantom!
Is there such a thing as a good phantom?
After him! You gotta keep solving the mystery and boom, kill that mystery phantom!
Hey!
That was a good, decent long cut of it. It's basically a loop anyway.
Master, you may know the cause of the blackout, but what does that have to do with how the corpse was moved?
The failed main control system was in car 1, where the body swap occurred. If so, then the main control system's failure must have something to do with moving the corpse.
So maybe the culprit broke the main control system. He must have attempted to stop the train to bring in the corpse from the outside.
But the train never stopped. The operation log confirms the train was moving the entire time. So I don't think he broke the system to bring the corpse in.
Then why did the main control system fail?
It must have something to do with moving the body.
But you're unsure exactly how, huh? In that case... I knew it! A mystery is blocking you! Anything blocking you in here is also a mystery. So let's solve it to keep on going. So this is the question we're facing right now.
The main control system must have failed because something happened in the first car. If that's true, what exactly happened? If it's related to the body being moved, then how?
Master's expression is so serious. He must be thinking hard. Well, as his mentor, I better think hard too.
Don't pop a blood vessel.
The main control system failing, the blackout, the train shaking. Oh yeah! Why did the train shake like that? There was a blackout right before entering the tunnel that was caused by the main control system failing. But the culprit didn't destroy it, so the blackout happened because... wasn't there some shaking right before the blackout, too? After the whole train shook, the blackout... I don't get it.
That's right! The train shook right before the blackout. We still don't know what caused that to happen. Whatever it was strong enough to make the entire train shake. It caused the main control system to fail and resulted in a blackout. If it had something to do with moving a body, then what must have happened was...
Ooh! Did I give you the assistance you needed? Close to solving the case now? Then it's time to combine our powers and solve this
Barrel
thing!
time!
Let's go, Master! Lay it all out! Puzzle it out!
That one was
Keep that up! Nice!
DE.
Keep that up!
Come on. A.
Go, go, go! Keep that up!
Having one being an ED feels kind of cheaty, but whatever.
Great!
I don't remember if that was the same pose as last time. I don't think it was, but if it was, then it's at least a different pose each chapter. But I think that was a different pose.
Could it be that the first car was separated from the train?
Huh? Separated? What? Seriously?
Yeah. The reason why the main control system failed was because the first car was cut off from the rest of the train we were riding in.
Let's keep going for now. Master,
Let me check something.
I don't really get it.
Oh, yeah, okay, you can save. Okay, cool. That's good to know. Still going through, but... Oh!
What do you mean the first...
I still got my detective rank, too. Okay. I can basically get all the abilities back. We'll do that next
car
time,
was
though.
cut off?
The shaking happened just before the blackout, right? Huh? Did it just shake? What was that? The lights went out for a moment and came back on.
The abilities just kind of make it
At
a
that
bit
time,
easier to do
the
things.
first car was disconnected from the rest of
You
the
don't have to play with
Amaterasu
any of them.
Express. As a result, the main control system failed, and after a brief blackout, it switched to the backup.
But why cut off the first car? Why go through all that trouble?
Of course, to move the body in the train car. To do that.
Watch out! Ah! There it is again! It's bigger than ever!
Love
How
the
much
choking
longer will
sprite.
this keep happening? I feel like I'm gonna suffocate.
Now's not the time to be suffocating!
There's a time for it? Oh no, now's the time to have your neck carved open.
Again?
Body's transported along with the
We need to
entire...
resolve...
Given that the first car was cut off so that the body could be moved. Right, I think I see what happened.
Seems like you got it. Let's do this! Lay it all out, Master!
You can do another barrel? You can do another barrel. even though it's a fairly obvious 3-letter word. Ooh,
Try
I
to
like
solve
that
it
X there.
lickety-split.
I mean, what? I don't know what you're talking about. Looking for a C. There we go.
Go, go, go! Go, go, go! Go, go,
I think you can get hints with the keys on the left and right if you bring them to her, but you lose points or something like that. Oh, definitely different pose. My attention span is enough to remember something from 3 minutes ago, not an hour ago, apparently. Oh.
That's
Easy
right.
deathmatch?
He transported the corpse using the entire first car. That's why the first car was disconnected.
Transported the corpse? With the entire car? Nonsense.
Evolution. I remembered it with wings. I was wondering when we got them.
The first car is at the front of the train. Apex's corpse was in the 5th car, in the back. Even if you detach the front car, how do you move it all the way to the rear?
All the clues are there.
Master, don't be scared. Lots of villains transform after they've been cornered.
Calm down. Stay calm. Think.
Think, brain, think.
How could you swap the position of the 1st and 5th cars? If I can answer that, I can solve this mystery once and for all. How did it happen?
That reminds me. Master, earlier when you were talking about the shaking and mentioned the blackout? Blackout only happened once, but the shaking happened twice.
Yeah, it definitely shook 2 separate times. Right before entering the tunnel, and right after leaving it. The first time was when the train car was disconnected. But what about the second? Something happened to the train
Timing
then,
of that
too.
was very convenient.
The shaking at the end of the
Right
tunnel
before the
felt
tunnel.
similar to when car
What
1
if I
disconnected.
stood around longer? Although I guess if I'd stood around
There's
longer,
no
I would have
point
done still
thinking
jump into
about
bed.
it. You're stuck in this labyrinth
planned on
for
us not
all
sticking around.
eternity.
Master, here it comes! You gotta solve the mystery and defeat him!
Your deductions aren't worth a damn thing. Because they're all wrong from the very beginning.
Yeah, fight me, bitch. Oh no, he immediately fought me, bitch.
So it shook twice near the tunnel. What of it?
It's gonna be distorted plate or
You mean the
round.
train car was separated? Connected? Why would that even matter? Even if you managed to separate car 1, how could it be moved to the rear? The train was always running on the same tracks. There's no way to shuffle the train cars
And it's gonna be... Oh, good, the one I have equipped.
around.
This is the truth!
No! At that time, not all the cars were moving on the same track. The track that the Amaterasu Express was on separated into double tracks right before entering the tunnel. So by taking advantage of the double tracks, it's possible to switch out the train cars. The first time the train shook was before
Hey,
entering the
we're gonna
tunnel,
get the
which was
full
caused
loop.
by car
Nice.
1 separating. After that, the separated car 1 entered the other track, while the rest of the train proceeded on the main track. The two tracks rejoin after the tunnel. That's where car 1 connected to the end of the train. This is when the train shook for the second time.
You're right! The first car moved all the way to the back!
Normally, it's impossible for a single train car to function on its own. But the Amaterasu Express is special. The control system will supply electricity as programmed and drive the train. But all train cars on the train have motors that run autonomously.
If each train car can operate autonomously, then car 1 can function on its own! Doesn't that solve everything? It's time you gave up!
No! That's
There's
crazy!
one more major mystery.
Huh? What?
At least only one more that I can
Using
think
your
of.
method to rearrange the train cars would connect the first car to the end, which would leave it behind the fifth car. In other words, it becomes the sixth car, but that doesn't exist. So, you're telling me you found Apex's corpse in the non-existent sixth car?
Oh, you're right.
Do you get it? You're the one who's wrong. Everything you've deduced is wrong!
No, I'm not wrong. The truth lies just ahead of us.
Ooh, confidence.
I will prove it to you.
She really likes doing these. There are other mini games, I promise. From the start, the Amaterasu Express was a 4-car train. Oh, I think we have seen that pose before, though, so maybe they cycle. Hey, Freya. That size reduction.
Maybe the Amaterasu Express doesn't have 5 cars. What if there were only 4 cars to begin with? If that's the case, then to me, car 1 could be made to look like car 5.
Huh?
We didn't really get a good look at the
there
train
weren't 5
getting
cars
on.
the whole time, but instead 4?
That's why Melanie said the 5th car's door was broken while we were in transit.
But you can't access the 5th car, the one at the end. The door appears to be broken and won't open.
It's a thing.
So, it wasn't broken. The 4th car was actually the farthest one back from the get-go?
I'm sure the real 5th car was left behind at the station when we departed. So the train took off with only 4 cars. There was another car 1 at our destination. If it connected upon arrival, then the train would have 5 cars again.
Ah, yes.
So the car 1 where I was knocked out became the 5th car at the end of the line. And when I was questioned by the Peacekeepers, the car 1 there was another car prepared at the station specifically for this plot.
The real car 1 was waiting at the station's platform, and
Well,
all the
they're obviously
Peacekeepers
in.
there would have noticed it. So they were all in on it.
Or you can assume that the Peacekeepers themselves were the ones who prepared the other car 1. If there was another car 1, then there would be something that sets it apart from the original car 1. For
We did
example,
run through again.
the way the window glass was broken in the infirmary would be different from how I broke it.
You mean when you used the fire extinguisher to smash the infirmary's window?
I think this is the last
So they
major
knew
mystery.
you would do that? That's how they were able to imitate it in the new car 1?
I think I was set up to reach for that fire
It was on the
extinguisher.
floor.
The fire extinguisher was
Yeah.
left in a conspicuous spot in the hallway. They wanted me to use it to break the window. That's how they pulled off swapping the 1st and 5th cars while in transit. It was all a trap to set me up as the culprit. Isn't that right? Zilch?
All right, we're almost there. Let's catch this culprit. That was a pretty solid deduction. Very impressive. Of me foreseeing your potential.
It's so strange. It doesn't feel like I'm learning this stuff, more like I'm remembering it. Maybe I was even a high-ranking detective in the WDO.
Now's no time for bragging. You still gotta catch him.
Right.
Ooh. That right was very loud. Oh, one of these. These are fun. Yeah, we're definitely at the end then. These only show up at the end.
Everything feels different here.
This is just the calm before the storm. Be careful. You don't know what's gonna happen next. You know, making the first car look like
We don't get to climb the
was
whole
a
thing.
really big trick to pull off. I'm
just until
surprised the
they're done
train cars
talking.
could disconnect and reconnect so smoothly.
The train's automatic operating system must have had it programmed before we departed.
Even the trick with the swapping train car?
Probably. It had to have been done automatically.
Well, it'd be easy for Amaterasu. They own the train.
That's what I'm worried about. Even if I obtain the truth here, won't they just ignore what I say and arrest me anyway?
Valid concern.
I keep telling you not to worry about it. As long as you have the truth, the culprit can't escape.
Yeah, but what about us getting
Why are you
arrested
so
anyway?
sure of that?
Yeah, there we go.
What is this?
Looks like a fort to me. With this kind of protection, I bet the truth is in there for sure. You just have to destroy it.
Fire Emblem time.
So the truth is here.
Let's wage a battle. Our A's versus their Q's.
You can't have the truth. It's impossible to destroy this fortress. Just give up and leave!
Whenever a culprit takes a last stand like this, you know we're just a step away from unriddling this labyrinth. Master, time to show him how dangerous you really are. After all, he did try to set you up.
I'm not worried about that right now. We're so close to the truth. We gotta do this.
It's boom kill time!
These sections are fun. Your mountable death god girlfriend. Giggity? I don't think I actually run now. Gonna hit the
Let's
right
do this,
button.
Master!
Kick, tackle, jump.
I won't let you have the truth.
Nope. Good, remember the
Go
right
away!
button.
Give up and scram!
Ah!
Your deduction is
Okay.
wrong! Go away!
Kick those? Yes. tackle the wall.
Near me! Don't come any closer! Stop it! Switching the first and fifth cars is just your imagination. It's a completely baseless lie. There's no evidence they ever swapped.
Use the solution key to smash through the wall, Master!
This.
You're wrong! Huh? Come on! No! There are traces of a swap! The warped plate from Car 5! The reason that plate was burned so thoroughly is because originally it said Car 1. Left as it was, it would have messed up your plot to make Car 1 look like Car 5. That's why you made extra sure it
Her
was
running
burned
animation is a
beyond
little
recognition.
But in a fun way.
Here I go!
Like, this game can be pretty cheesy and mildly cringe sometimes, but it's
That's
fun.
nonsense!
And it's got really good mysteries in it.
I burned the plate to disguise it? No! I didn't do that!
And music, I mentioned.
Stop it! Stop! Go away! Get away from me! Get away! Get away! It just happened to be easily burned! But with it burned, you have no way of knowing what number car it was.
Yeah, we do.
So there's nothing backing up your deduction. You have no hard evidence proving that location was the first car.
Looks like we need another solution key to boom kill him.
There is proof! The bloodstain on the interlock of the infirmary in Car 5!
Yo.
The culprit probably didn't notice it. But I remember. It's my blood.
What?
When I was trying to get into the infirmary in Car 1, I cut my finger on the glass. When I reached through to unlock the latch, I must have gotten blood on it. But that bloodstain would have been hidden while the interlock was open. That's probably why the culprit missed it. My blood, which was left behind in Car 1, was found in Car 5. This proves that someone pulled off the car switching trick. This is the truth of the case.
Say goodbye to your fortress, bloody.
I'm
Wiggle.
not done yet!
Yes, you are.
What? He's still going? Let us boom kill you already!
If Car 1 became Car 5, then where did the culprit supposedly hiding in the infirmary go? You had to have checked the 5th car, but the culprit wasn't there!
The culprit must have been hiding somewhere in the 5th car, probably someplace safe. Here.
Easy. Only place we couldn't get into.
The culprit was hiding inside the main control room, which was locked shut the entire time. I didn't have the key, so I could never have gotten inside. I bet the culprit moved there from the infirmary while Car 1 was running on the 2nd track. If the train's management company, Amaterasu Corporation, was involved, the culprit may have had the key. And then they hid in a blind spot I couldn't see from the window. That's how they got past me.
No, it's not me! I'm not the culprit!
Great detective work. I call that a critical hit. He seems like he's barely standing.
Critical
All
strike.
that's left is to finish him off.
Finish him off? How do I do that?
This is a tradition that
Shove
dates back
all your evidence
all
into
the
the
way
solution
to
bin
the
and
Danganronpa
slash as hard as
games.
you can.
That's how they would always end out a chapter. It's comic book time. Deduction denouement. We're gonna match all of our keys. Some become available as we unlock more. So fire extinguisher, Yuma brush 2. What do I have available? Plate, knife and cushion, Amaterasu Express. On this page, no. What was used to put the detectives to sleep? Do I have that one yet? I don't. So keep going. What was used to break the window? Oh, we just unlocked train detachment and knockout drug. Knockout drug. This uses a red herring. Communism, of course. We also unlocked blackout and attachment R1. Hiding under the bed. There's a culprit doing in the main control room. That's the car one, I guess. Once that goes with no. Ow. Oh, shut up. What? Rude. I guess I wanted that one. I believe the car one was the catch. Oh, the blackout. Duh. The culprit burn. Okay, well, it's either going to be the body or the plate. Yeah. Oh, hush up. Nope, not that one. What happened? Oh. Last one left, whose body was found last. Yeah, fair enough. Who's the culprit? It is Zilch.
Step right up, step right up. 5 master detectives slain before their time, and Amaterasu Corporation has master in their sights. Truth bombs are about to be dropped. Time for the deduction denouement.
The incident unfolded aboard the Amaterasu Express, which was on its way to Kanaiwar. I rushed onto the train as it was about to depart. At that time, the train was made up of 5 cars.
All because you were fast asleep in the Lost and Found, Master. If you'd kept snoozing, the case would never be solved.
I wonder who they would have
When the
framed
train started
instead.
moving, it was only 4 cars long. The 5th and final one was left at the station.
And so, the culprit scheme had already begun. Meaning Amaterasu Corporation was involved from the get-go.
On the train, the master detectives were gathered together
Like the
in
little
car
thing on the
2.
left there.
That was the dining car. And the culprit had already mixed a knockout drug into every drink there.
I thought the culprit was the first person on the train, so they could prepare in advance and wait for everybody else.
I felt unwell, and Melanie went to the trouble of pouring me a coffee. But after drinking it, I started to feel drowsy. I was hearing things at the time and thought that I might be seriously ill, but it was actually the drug.
And Shinigami.
So you thought yours truly was responsible? Sticks and stones won't do much to a dead man, but slander stings!
The culprit sent me off to car 1 in order to frame me as the killer.
I'm sure the culprit didn't expect you to get sick, Master, but since you look like a super easy target, they probably changed their plan and went after you instead.
Once I'd left, the other master detectives must have fallen asleep because of the drugged drinks.
The culprit then burned everyone to death, setting all those master detectives on fire on purpose. What a psycho!
Can confirm.
This was when the culprit
It's
put their
interesting
plan to
watching
frame
that
me into
whole
motion.
scene again, knowing that Zilch
First,
is the killer.
they carried Aphex's charred corpse to the infirmary in car 1.
The very first body we found.
Then, they deliberately left a fire extinguisher near the restroom I was sleeping in. This was done to prompt me into smashing the door later.
Gotta have someone get inside somehow, or else nobody would find the body.
Next, the culprit entered the infirmary, locked the door, and laid down on the bed with Aphex's charred corpse.
Jumping into bed with a charred corpse. And here I thought chivalry was dead. What a gentleman!
It's a
I'm
oddie
actually a
for
little
you
jealous.
statement.
A knife and cushion created the red herring.
Hell of a way to pretend to be dead.
Furthermore, the culprit set the room on fire just as
How
I
did
was
he
waking
know?
up.
While you were sleeping, I felt someone come into the restroom.
Like the
They must have seen
timing
me
involved.
then and
What if Yuma had slept additional
When I
half
woke
an
up
hour
in the
to
restroom
tunnel
and went into the
trick would have made
hallway,
more?
car 1 was beginning to fill with smoke.
Oh, that's some precise
We only planned
timing.
the knockout drug to last for like
I
an hour.
caught a
because
glimpse of
I knew we'd
Zilch
kill
in
the
the
rest of them by
infirmary,
then anyway.
with a knife lodged in his chest.
But it didn't take long for the smoke to obscure everything.
Wiggle.
That was when the culprit took out Aphex's burnt corpse, switched places with it, and waited for me to enter the room while hiding beneath the bed.
It's just like a magic trick, switching places under a veil of smoke.
Meanwhile, I found the fire extinguisher on the floor, smashed the window, unlocked the room, and went inside.
Just like the culprit planned. And that's why they left the fire extinguisher there in the first place.
After the smoke cleared, I found Zilch's body burnt to a crisp. At least, that's what I thought. The charred corpse was actually Aphex. The culprit had me completely
Put on
fooled.
fake glasses.
That must have been why they picked the time-consuming method of roasting someone to
You know,
death.
when we went into Zilch's room, we did
Yes,
find a
the body
glasses
was
case
about
with
the
no
right
glasses. That
size.
might have been the extra set.
I bolted out of car 1 after seeing the corpse.
The culprit was under the bed at that time. They probably laughed at you from there, watching everything unfold like they planned.
I went on to discover the charred corpses of the other master detectives. Around that time, The culprit came out from under the bed and went to the main control room in Car 1. Controlling the train from there, they detached Car 1.
That caused the blackout and shaking, and the power source was switched over to the backup system. So when the train shook, was there not jiggling in my blouse? Take a guess.
Yes.
While the detached Car 1 was running on a separate track, the culprit went to work, preparing to disguise Car 1 as Car 5.
What about the juggling?
First, Apex's corpse was carried to the corridor, and the necklace removed earlier was placed back on.
Then the Car 1 number plate was burned so that it couldn't be properly identified.
With everything in place, the culprit went into the main control room, locked the door, and waited for the train cars to reconnect.
And this time, the culprit was riding in Car 1 on the other track, right?
Yeah, the train, which was only cars 2, 3, and 4 at the time, remained on course.
Since we were in a tunnel, I didn't even realize Car 1 was moving alongside us.
The train we were on went through the tunnel with only 3 cars. When it came out of the tunnel, the car with the culprit in it attached Car 4. Now behind Car 4, that car became Car 5.
The swap was pre-programmed into the train's automatic operating system, right? Technology sure is convenient.
Can confirm.
The culprit, riding in Car 1, attached it to the back of Car 4. That caused more shaking, but there was no blackout this time because the power supply stayed the same.
Additional shaking occurred inside my blouse, but the power stayed on.
After that, I mistook Car 1 for Car 5 and walked right in. The culprit wrecked it so much I didn't even notice the door I had smashed when I was in Car 1 before.
Figured there'd been some kind of brawl. But that was part of the culprit's plan, wasn't it? Also, no one would realize it was actually Car 1.
When I found the corpse, I deduced that it was Aphex from the necklace it had on. But I was just rediscovering the same charred corpse from Car 1. The disguised corpse and the car switch completely fooled me.
Reusing a dead body? Oh, this is a sparingly brilliant idea!
When the train arrived in Kanai Ward, it connected to a different, prearranged Car 1.
And with that, the train once again had 5 cars. So much attaching and detaching. What a stupid, crazy, elaborate trick!
Peacekeepers were lying in wait at the station. As the sole survivor, I was set up as the one responsible for the murders.
And Amaterasu was in on it! That really turns me on!
You mean pisses me off, right?
First one, then the other. She's into it.
During that time, the culprit stayed hidden in the main control room of the disguised Car 1. And waited for the Peacekeepers to haul you in, Master. They were right there at the scene.
After burning all the master detectives, the culprit faked their own death and tried to frame me as the killer. It was a cunning, cold-blooded scheme.
And the evildoer who committed these countless contemptible crimes is none other than... Zilch Alexander!
It was you! This is the truth I've uncovered!
Goodbye, big skull.
Is that it? What's this?
It's the truth. It's the soul of the true culprit who made this mystery labyrinth.
The soul of the true culprit? Wait, what am I supposed to do with this?
Now it's time for the main event! Here we go! It's my time to shine! Surging bloodlust. Overflowing despair. The brilliant soul of Shinigami shall expunge this cursed case! Death to all deplorables! Ruin to the final mystery labyrinth!
Don't ask why the site has an eyeball.
So glorious, stellar
Simply
spider!
does. Get obliterated, nerd. I think that's it. Are we gonna prompt a save? A silver grill engraved with the word money. A grill made of gold is on order. Oh, no, did not prompt a save.
What? Huh? We're back?
What are you talking about now? Your spirit shouldn't be broken. Yet. The Peacekeepers will take care of you. We have all the time in the world.
Huh? Shinigami! Where are you? Nothing here's changed. What's going on? Shinigami? Are you listening?
Get him!
Wait! I know who the culprit is!
What?
It's Zilch! He's still alive. He framed me.
What are you talking about? He's already dead!
Huh? But...
Shut up! This is not up for discussion! What a waste of time! Take him away!
Shinigami! Where did you go? This isn't what's supposed to happen!
I'm right here! You're so cute when you panic, so I had to enjoy the view for a bit.
Stop playing around! Why hasn't the situation changed at all?
He must be hallucinating. Taking him down shouldn't be a
When
problem.
you've ordered me to be taken down several times,
Take
and
him
your men are
away.
just standing there.
What? He's dead?
Looks like it's over.
Huh? What's over? Shinigami, what's going on?
There's always a price to pay. When I read the soul of the true culprit, the mystery labyrinth created by the culprit is destroyed. But as a price, the source that created the mystery labyrinth also perishes.
The source perishes? Don't tell me.
That's right, the true culprit dies.
Then that report saying Zilch, the true culprit, was dead.
That's your fault, buddy
And
boy.
that solves today's mystery. The true culprit is as dead as a doornail. You're now innocent and free to go, Master. A happy
totally
ending.
how that works.
Roll credits.
There's There's nothing happy about this. Zilch died because I solved the mystery, right?
Huh? He was a dangerous murderer who killed 4 master detectives. He deserved to die.
I mean, I don't think I'm completely free to go. Not even with Zilch being dead.
In that case, say exactly what I'm about to tell you to that gilded idiot over there.
Okay.
You gonna trust her?
Swank, did you just receive a report that Zilch was dead?
How did you know that?
I thought so. If he was alive until moments ago, that changes things about this case. Someone who died in front of my eyes, was alive. This is clearly an attempt by the culprit to disguise the truth. Don't tell me the Peacekeepers lied to try to cover up what really happened. You didn't try to frame an innocent person, did you?
What? No, they wouldn't do that.
What? You think you can weasel your way out of this? You better not forget you're in Kanai Ward now. You're powerless before the might of the Amaterasu Corporation.
No, I didn't mean...
Hey, don't surrender so easily. You were
Yeah.
so close.
That does it. You're under arrest. Listen, you got no right to remain silent, and you got no right to call a lawyer either. Take him away.
No, wait!
Hold on just a second. Hey,
The
excuse
lad.
me. Do you have a minute?
You.
It's all good. Let's stop all the fighting. We both have to follow orders from the higher-ups, so let's not do anything that causes unnecessary tension. Falsifying evidence and testimonies is a drag when it comes time to do the paperwork, right? It's tough keeping things consistent. Just forget about all that and leave it to me, yeah? You know, I saw that the true culprit was alive and well just a bit ago.
What?
If you let us go, I'll cook something up in my report to the World Detective Organization. You don't want trouble, right? If the WDO floods this joint because of you. Your punishment might be kind of brutal. So, you know what to do. Leave things well enough alone, as they say.
Let's go.
His jimmies are a little rustled, I'd say.
Thank goodness that worked out.
Who is he?
Beats me?
He's the Giga Lad himself. Alright, cool. So, this is where we're going to leave things off for today. This episode's been long enough already, and there's still a lot of talking before the end of the chapter, I believe. So for now, thank you to everyone for joining me. I hope you had fun. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you all next time for some more Master Detective Archives Rain Code. Bye-bye!